Tell you what, guys, cricket's had a rough few days, has it not? There was probably around this time on Friday morning that we heard about the passing of Rod Marsh, the wonderful West Australian and Australian wicketkeeper batsman. And then Friday night, as I go to plug in my phone to sort of go to bed, I see the report that Shane Warne, had passed away.
Got him! That's well bowled, Shane Warne.
52, very young. We've heard from Thai authorities on Koh Samui that it's believed to be natural causes and whatnot. And I just wanted to reflect, as I did with Rod Marsh, but very different thing for me. And I know that not everyone's into cricket, but for me, growing up as a kid, Rod Marsh was a man. Like, I looked up to guys like him and just thought that that's what men looked like, with giant moustaches and hairy chests. But I'm Warnie's age. And so I grew up with this larrikin boy who just kind of understood the theatre of sport. And I think that's why he brought so much joy to people like me who enjoyed their cricket, is there was something about this bloke who did not look or act like an elite athlete. You know, sometimes had a little bit of a belly and had sort of those, you know, bleached blonde tips, and who liked a cigarette and who didn't like fancy food. He liked his baked beans. But there he was, and it didn't matter what situation we were in, the ball would go to this larrikin and he'd stand at the top of his mark and he'd just start twirling the ball and looking at the batsman, and you thought, Warnie's going to do it.
Yeah, he's got him.
He's going to do it. And so many people talk a lot about the Mike Gatting ball, the first ball that he bowled in Ashes cricket, and it was an incredible delivery. In fact, we have a bit of audio of that.
And he's done it. He started off with the most beautiful delivery. Gatting has absolutely no idea what has happened to it. He still doesn't know.
And it was remarkable, but so many occasions after that, he turned the game up. The South African semi-final, or the final semi-final against South Africa in one of the World Cups, where we were gone. And they threw it to Warnie, and he's standing there. And I remember it as vividly as it was yesterday with my mates, and we were just going, he's going to bloody do it.
Yeah.
And sure enough, he rolled through him. And that was Warnie. And, you know, he was a larger-than-life character. But I heard someone say controversial. He wasn't controversial. He just lived a life. He broke up with people. He went out with people. He had a few moments that, you know, he probably reflected upon and said, I should have done that better. But at the end of the day, and from everything that I've heard, he was a very charming, lovely, generous bloke who probably stuffed up his early marriage and probably learnt some things after that, as we all do on this journey we call life. But what was he put on the world to do? He was put on the world to spin a cricket ball. And he did it very, very well. And I always think about this. The apocryphal story is that Beethoven, the composer, had a mistress. And he treated her terribly badly. Like when it all broke, he basically shunned her and she died penniless. And the story goes that when Ode to Joy played for the first time, she was seen in the back of the theatre crying, and one of the friends went, "Why are you here? Why would you be supporting this man who's treated you so badly?" And Hollywood tells you that she said, "How can I hate the man that produced that made that?" And in a way, that's how I feel about Warnie. He was here to spin a cricket ball, and he did that particular thing, that gift, to the best of his ability, and it gave us a lot of joy.